Hello everyone. Welcome to Digital Learning by Professor Praveen Pisa. In this video, we will be study the electrical energy sources. Now, first important point is that what is sources? Sources is a active network element in electrical engineering which will give the electrical energy. Okay, so source we can also say that it is the device which convert any form of the energy into electrical energy. Okay, so we are discuss only the sources which will gives you the electrical energy. Okay, so on that basis, in electrical engineering there are two types of sources available. One is called as voltage source, another is called as current source. As voltage source has a forcing function of EMF, means voltage source is a function of voltage or EMF we can say, and the current source has a forcing function of current, means it has a function of current. Now, what are the content we will be discuss in this video is, first we will see what is voltage source, second we will see what is current source, and the last one we will see the conversion between these two sources called as source transformation. So in electrical engineering, these are the classification of the electrical energy sources. The sources is basically divided into two parts. The first one is called as voltage source, another is called as the current source. The voltage source is again divided into two parts. One is ideal voltage source, another is called as practical voltage source. On the similar way, the current source is also defined as ideal current source and practical current source. So now one by one we will discuss all these four. So electrical energy sources have the four different types of sources: ideal voltage source, practical voltage source, ideal current source, and practical current source. Now we will see one by one. The first we will see the voltage source. What is voltage source? So here first we will discuss ideal voltage source. The ideal voltage source means, it's very simple, that ideal voltage source means the input voltage is same as the output voltage. Here I have written a simple definition. A voltage source is a two terminal device whose voltage at any instant of time is constant and is independent of the current drawn from it. Such a voltage source is called as the ideal voltage source and has the zero internal resistance. Means if there is zero internal resistance, then there will not be any voltage drop. Hence, the input voltage is same as the output voltage. Now, what is the practical voltage source? So definitely the practical voltage source has a internal resistance, a finite internal resistance. So that's why I am written here. The sources having some amount of internal resistors are known as practical voltage source, because due to this internal resistance there is a voltage drop and the output voltage is reduced. Hence in practical voltage source your output voltage is always less than the input voltage. Here I have shown the symbol of the voltage source. Here I have considered the practical voltage source. Here I have considered the ideal voltage source. So this is the battery, and this is the shown in the form of the circle. So you can see that it has one positive polarity and negative polarity, and VAB is the its value of the voltage source. Similarly, I have made a circle here and I have mentioned here. So this is the symbol of ideal voltage source. If I add some finite resistance in this diagram, so that will be called as a practical voltage source. Okay, we will see in the next slide then. Now I have I have considered one diagram here. In this diagram, we will study the behavior of ideal voltage source. Okay, we will study the behavior of ideal voltage source. So here what I have considered ideal source. So you can see that ideal source does not have any internal resistance. Okay, so I will consider one resistance here. Okay, so after drawing that resistance value, I will say the value of that resistance is R. Okay, so uh, this diagram is the ideal voltage source connected to a load resistance R. Okay, so here there will be flow of current I. Okay, and that value of current will flow through this resistance. So there is a voltage drop, that is VAB. I will say the voltage across. So V is the supply voltage, VAB is the output voltage. So here you can see that as there is no internal resistance, so there is no losses here. So that's why what we will get, that we will get V is equal to VAB. V is equal to VAB. That is, the input voltage is same as the output voltage. That's why this is called as the ideal voltage. So I have shown with the diagram also. So this is the input voltage and this is the, so this characteristics which is a straight line means say that the input and output both are same in case of ideal voltage source. Now we will see now next the practical voltage source. What happened in practical voltage source, as I have told you, if we insert a resistance in series with the ideal voltage source, so that source is called as practical voltage source. Now I will consider again a resistance here, okay, whose value is R here, okay. Now again the value of current here is I, okay. So now due to this resistance R there is a voltage drop, okay. So what will be the output voltage here? Output voltage VAB is equal to supply voltage minus the drop, that is I into R. So this drop is due to interruption. So you can see that your output voltage, that is VAB, is less than V. Okay, see this happened due to the drop occur due to this internal resistance IR. Hence, we conclude here that in case of practical voltage source, the output voltage is always less than the input voltage. So this is the basic difference between the ideal voltage source and the practical voltage source. So you remember one thing, in case of ideal voltage source, there is zero internal resistance, whereas in case of practical voltage source, there is a resistance connected in series with the source. Okay. Now similarly, we will see now next is a current source. Okay. So again, we will see that there are two types of current source: ideal current source and the ideal current source and practical current source. So what is ideal current source? The source which will gives the constant current through the load is called as the current source. Means your input current is same as the output current. Okay. I have written here. You can see that a current source is a two-terminal circuit element which supply the same amount of current to any load resistance connected across its terminal. Such a current source is called as ideal current source, and it has a infinite internal resistance. So this is the most important. Current source has a ideal current source has a infinite internal resistance. So definitely, how we define a practical current source? A sources having some amount of inter resistance are known as a practical current source. Okay. So if the some resistance is there, we will say that is a practical current source, and the practical current source is represented as an ideal current source connected with the resistance in parallel. In case of voltage source, we connect resistance in series. In case of the current source, we connect in parallel. Okay. So this is the just symbol. The current source are represented by a circle. In circle there is arrow, and outside I have written I. This is the value of current source I, and you can also represent in the form of box. Okay. So again I will consider one circuit here. In this circuit I have considered here ideal current source. Okay. So again I will consider one resistance here. Fine. The value of this resistance is R. Okay. If the value of current here flowing is I, and here the value of current is IL. So as you can see from this circuit, simple, I is equal to IL. Means your input current is same as output current, and this is due to because there is no internal resistance. So this type of source is called as ideal current source, which is shown in these characteristics. So this is the supply current with the help of versus time, and you can see that the ideal current source, the output and input both current are same value. Okay. Similarly, we will see the practical current source. In practical current source, now you can see that this is its internal resistance, and now this internal resistance are connected in parallel. So I will use some resistance here, which is I will call this a load resistance R. Okay. Now what happened here? The total current I here is now divided into two parts. Okay. So one is, this is IL and this is I1. Okay. So what is total I here? By using KCL, I is equal to I1 plus IL. So what is IL now? IL is simply I minus I1. So what we observed here, IL is less than I. That is your output current is less than current I. And this is happened due to this internal resistance. This I have shown in the diagram also. So you can see that in practical current source, the waveform is going down. Means the output current is less than the input current, and this is the drop, and this drop is due to this internal resistance. So you can see that ideal current source and the practical current source, in both the cases, the value of the resistance will define whether that source is ideal source or whether that source is a practical source, right? Now next, on this basis, we have another topic called as a source transformation. So what is source transformation? Source transformation is simply the transforming a voltage source into current source or vice versa. So in this source transformation, we are converting a voltage source in series with a resistance is transformed into current source which is in the parallel, or a current source which is parallel to resistance is converted into the voltage source in series with the resistance. So I first consider the first basic rule. In that, I have considered that practical voltage source is converted into practical current source. Okay. So for that, I have taken this diagram. So this is definitely a practical current source because its internal resistance is in connected in series, and this is a practical current source whose resistance is connected in parallel. So in this transformation, the value of resistance will be same in both the diagram. Okay, so if it is a 5 ohm, so it will be 5. Then how you get the values of is? The value of is calculated by simply formula Ohm's law. So what is that value? It is simply Vs upon R. So by using simple Ohm's law, you can convert the practical voltage source into practical current source. I have shown in this diagram also, this current source is calculated Is upon V. Now the second thing, I have taken a simple example here. Replace a voltage source Vns in series with a resistance R by a current source Is in parallel with the same resistance. So they have given us the value of this voltage source whose value is 100 volt and the value of resistance is 50 ohm, and we want to convert this into a practical current source. So as I have told you that the value of resistance will remain same, then what will be the value of the is? So here's how you will find that value, by just applying a Ohm's law, and that value is come out to be 2 ampere just by applying the Ohm's law. That I have told you that is equal to Vs upon R, value of Vs is 100, value of resistance is 50, so your answer is come out to be 2 ampere. So by this simple Ohm's law, we can convert the practical voltage source into practical current source. Now the second rule, the practical current source can also be converted into practical voltage source by using same Ohm's law. Okay, so I have considered here, so this is a practical current source and this is the practical voltage source. So how it will be converged? By using simple Ohm's law, so value of resistance R will be same. Okay, then how you calculate the value of Vs? By simple Ohm's law, Vs is equal to Is into R. Okay, so by using this formula we can easily convert that. Okay, so again I have taken one simple example. In that, we have to convert this current source into this voltage source. So value of the current is given as 2 ampere, resistance is 50. So as I have told you that value of resistance will become same. So what will be the value of Vs? So how we can find out that? By simply applying the Ohm's law, and which is come out to be 100 volt by applying Vs is equal to Is into R, which is equal to 2A into 50 ohms. So in that way you can easily convert the practical current source into practical voltage source. Okay. So now, thank you very much for watching my video. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.